But shout out to them being fuckery. That's fuckery of 2017 so far.
So far.
But there's other,
not really.
not really. Donald Trump's inauguration actually happened.
That's the fuckery of
2017 so far.
Man, that's the fuckery for the next 4 years.
Shout out to all y'all Donald Trump people that actually voted for him. Y'all got what you wanted. I actually watched the entire inauguration while at work. I live streamed it on CNN. You have to take in those historical moments. I have to see when the exact moment when the U.S. realized that they fucked up. I had to watch all the Obama moments.
Yo,
shout out to all those people.
Mad. She was like,
yo,
what the fuck?
It wasn't. I don't know. It was all the memes made it seem like that. She really wasn't like that. She wasn't like that all the time. She was smiling, looking all good and Claire Huxtable-ish. I really did enjoy it. I enjoyed seeing her. I enjoyed seeing the homie Barack. Like, I really feel like I know Barack. Well, we don't really get political on the show usually. We didn't, at least in 2016 we didn't. But Donald Trump's president. So I didn't really want to talk about all that nonsense. But now that it's here, it's here. So the homie Barack is just, shout out to Barack, man. I'm really going to miss you. You always look like a familiar face when I seen you out there. Like, you always look like somebody I know. And I'm really going to miss you. And now we got our crazy neighbor Trump that is going to be out here. He's making bad decisions already, but it's comical. It's almost it's sad and scary because it's actually really happening to the country I live in. But the shit's crazy. You said that you've been watching the what is that shit called that you've been watching? The tryouts. It looks like some American Idol shit. What's the name of that shit called?
The confirmation hearings.
The confirmation hearings look like fucking.
The confirmation hearings.
It looked like something between Top Chef and American Idol out there with judges. They bring out here and just say their best talent, and then they get to ask them questions.
Yeah.
So basically, Trump has been throwing out. He's not putting out senators and mayors and all these like people that have been in politics. He's actually having CEOs and all these different people from different lanes of walks of life coming to be in his cabinet. We'll see if that's going to be good or not. It sounds like it's a bad idea from watching some of this comical shit that Lrac's been watching.
I mean, the whole
tell these people a little bit about this. What you've been watching.
All right, so as far as the confirmation hearings, you have the confirmation hearings for Trump's cabinet picks. Most of his cabinet picks have military backgrounds. Not most of them, but a lot of them have military backgrounds. One of them, actually, his first thing in office, he made his executive order to allow Mad Dog Matitas to be the Secretary of Defense.
I did see that.
So,
but I'm talking about more so. Let's just hear the comical side.
So the comical side. One of the funny things was when Governor Rick Perry, who's I think is now going to be ahead of the Department of Energy, who at one point he said that
you got to really talk into the mic.
I'm sorry. Who at one point said the Department of Energy should be dysfunctioned.
Yeah, he's a retard.
So one of the funny things was that him and Al Franken had a moment where he said, when I was sitting on your
Who's
sofa.
Al Franken? I don't even.
Al Franken's the senator of Minnesota.
So he's like the Simon Cowell of the shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Al Franken is funny. He actually.
What's the bull on Top Shelf? Top Chef that you beat? Not Top Chef. What's the Hell's Kitchen?
Hell's Kitchen.
Who's the bull that be yelling on these cooking shows? Come on.
Yeah, no, you're talking about Hell's Kitchen, Chef Ramsay.
Yes, Gordon Ramsay. That's who Gordon this guy is of this whole entire.
Now, Franken, he's not. He's more like Simon Cowell. No,
Simon. He's like Simon.
He's more like Simon. Yeah, he's definitely more like Simon than he's not going to yell at you, but
he's going to say some like slide slick shit that.
Yeah.
You'd be like, Are you trying to play me?
So he actually did do that with Betty DeVos, the person for education.
Education. I saw that one. That's the one I saw.
Yeah, where he said,
he played her.
I thought you would have known. No, I'm not surprised that you didn't know the argument of proficiency over growth, which you actually did not understand what he was actually trying to say.
But the thing is, hold on, time out. On her defense, she was asking him to clarify the question, which she should have understood off the gate, but she didn't. But I think if he asked her in her if he broke it down in a terminology she could have understood, she could have maybe answered the question better. And I feel you. I would have been able to answer the question. It would have made me think about it for a little bit. But
yeah, he was like, bitch, you are being chosen for the Department of Education or head of education, whatever.
And this is something we debate on a daily basis.
You should know the basic definition of proficiency and the basic definition of growth and understand the argument that I'm trying to propose to you at this moment.
Yeah, he did.
So
if you haven't seen that video, go look at YouTube it.
Yeah.
But the nigga Ben Carson.
Yo, Ben Carson, dog.
Ben Carson came. Yo,
this dude. I'm not gonna help any Americans.
No, but I like the way he answered the question though. That he didn't let him play him. Let's be clear, he didn't let the dude play him though. Do you think he ain't let him play him?
Dude, all right.
All he did was brag for about 2 minutes and then was like, I'm not helping nobody.
That part was funny. Ben Carson,
but did he say black and white? Was he like, I'm not black and I'm not white, but I'm not helping any American?
No.
So what did he say? I'm not Republican or Democrat. I'm not helping any American. He misspoke. He didn't mean to say.
So the question was.
Let's try to get the quote up.
The question was because Ben Carson, who's going to be the head of HUD.
We're not going to go in depth about anything about that.
So Ben Carson will be the head of HUD.
Ben Carson.
The question asked to him was, is he basically making sure? The question was, will he overlook things that will benefit Trump? Because Trump owns real estate,
of course.
So HUD, very important for housing. Trump, who actually has a history or had a history at one point of discrimination in housing, stuff like that. So now that's why they're asking the question. So Ben Carson's like, no, I wouldn't. Any American.
Yo, where is that?
I wouldn't do anything to help any American. I was like, what?
What are you saying? Like, do you hear what you just? I don't think he misspoke. I don't think he meant this. I think he said all Americans, but he misspoke, and it was hilarious. It was like real life.
No. The misspoke. What he should have said was that he would not have or prove anything that's going to help one single person or American.
But he said all American. I'm not helping any Americans.
I ain't none of y'all.
It was crazy. Yo, I couldn't even believe to hear the words come out of his mouth. I'm like, oh my God, what are we in for? Like, I'm still trying to be optimistic. I'm trying to do the optimistic dance like Chance the Rapper out here.
So the one point where they actually were interviewing in the very beginning, and then he's talking about like why he's fit for the job.
He's a black man. I can't.
And
come on, man.
When he was in school, he read a book, and in the book he realized that the brain has like 55 trillion million neurons, whatever. And he was at the bottom of the class, and then he went to the top of the class because they thought he was stupid at first, and ninth at the top. And they came up to him and they was like, Ben, how do you do such and such? And his response is, let me show you youngin' something. So something along those lines, whatever.
Let me do the. Have you not watched me do the?
Come sit by my feet, young ones.
Have you not watched me do brain surgery on a young squirrel that fell from a tree?
And then
I'm not gonna steal. I'm sorry, Miro. Yo, these is Miro. Make sure you check that shit out. Yeah.
Wait, and then his next statement was he called them turkeys.
Yo, that's what I'm trying to find. Here it is. Yo, here it is. We're gonna play. It's a little bit of Bodega Boys. They're in here a little bit. Let me see if I can find. I'm trying to just play. This is raw and not uncut. We don't care. This is a freelance episode of the Plug Podcast. We usually have shit queued up. Here we go. So here we go. Ready?
I began to discover a whole new world. We were desperately poor, but between the covers of those books, I could go anywhere. I could be anybody. I could do anything. And within the space of a year and a half, I went from the bottom of the class to the top of the class. Much to the consternation of all those students who used to call me dummy. They were now coming to me saying, Benny, how do you work this problem? And I'd say, sit at my feet, youngster, while I instruct you. I was perhaps a little obnoxious, but it sure felt good to say that to those turkeys. But to those turkeys!
Yo, the bull. Yo, this is the classic tale of the kid that got bullied all his life that finally gets power. And that's why I'm always nice to those kids that get bullied. I promise you.
And that's the thing.
Throughout high school,
you have to
throughout college, and even now in the work world, I am nice to that person that be getting bullied.
And it's funny because, like, in the real world, like, you either end up in either way. It's good or evil, or
he straight did this.
You end up either being a nice person or in Ben Carson's case, Ben Carson's an asshole.
Ben Carson.
Like,
yo, Ben Carson out here. Yo, he's flaming all his hate. That's all he did was flame his haters right there. He flamed all his haters.
I might have to go read this book because I would have never got from that book that Ben Carson's an asshole.
Yo, he flamed all his haters, and we're not done yet. Hold on, there's more. Oh, hold on, no, that's it. His wife was sitting right behind him, and the whole
shaking her head
like, shaking her head like that. You say that, boo.
Say that.
You say that, boo. Hold on.
Yeah.
It will not be my intention to do anything It will not be my intention to do anything to benefit any American.
None of y'all motherfuckers is gonna get any love.
What he should have continued with his statement was he was going to say any particular.
Yes,
American,
he was trying to. I'm not gonna be partial to anybody.
He stopped on saying any particular.
Because he didn't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck about nobody.
No, because he really meant what he said. I'm like,
Nah,
none of y'all motherfuckers.
Oh, y'all motherfucker. Y'all didn't even vote for me when I was out here on the trail. I'm going to make sure this life is a living. Y'all voted for this motherfucker? Your life is about to be a living hell. Damn, that shit looks nice.
Yeah, at one point they actually asked him, like, what's your knowledge? What do you know about housing? And his answer was pretty honest. Like, I don't know.
They have 4 walls.
No,
and I know that you need a roof, and that is all you need.
It was pretty much, I don't know shit.
But I know your brain cerebellum.
I know how to pick someone who may know shit to do.
He's like, I know how to make you think like a mouse and sneeze on command.
So, I mean, I don't know what his actual purpose is going to be with HUD because it seems like he doesn't know anything.
You're way too passionate about this right now. We need you to settle down. Ben Carson is out here. And he's a gangsta.
Dude, why not?
All we needed was the Thug Life music to play right after he said all that.
Why isn't he a surgeon general?
I don't think we want him even in healthcare. I don't think we want him anywhere near healthcare either.
Why not? Why would I want a doctor in healthcare?
It's crazy. After he was done saying that speech, this is what he did. And then he stood up and walked away. Yo, I'm actually worried about him. But so all they did all week was basically let all these people come out, throw questions at them, and shit on them basically the entire time.
Yeah, and they're all getting confirmed. They're
not the smartest group of people in the world either. Like, so
Elizabeth Warren got cut short on one of her interviews when she was talking to.
So as long as Christie's not gonna have a position, right, and neither is Giuliani. I heard they both had to like bow out.
Christie had a statement recently saying that he chose not to choose some of the positions that were offered to him because one, his wife didn't want to move to D.C., and I guess the positions that were offered weren't like of that. But Christie has there's an inner battle in there between Christie and Trump's son.
He's dirty.
No, Christie and Trump's son-in-law because
they don't like each other.
Well, Christie put Trump's son-in-law dad in jail.
Okay, well that's a reason why that relationship might not work out.
And Trump's son-in-law has a pretty big role in the White House now. So
okay, well that's information I don't really know. I'm trying to like not pay too much attention, but I'm paying attention. I can't help it.
He's like 30, 32, 33, if even that.
Yo, shit is crazy out here. Trump, please don't kill us all. But congratulations to you and America. Congratulations, you played yourself. So let's move on to a little.